Just before I start, can I introduce Steve Wilson? Steve is the chair of the South Bank Corporation and has held that position for
15 years.
15 years. So Steve's one of the people who's been absolutely instrumental in everything that's happened in South Bank. So important that he's here today. So we're ready to go? Without doubt, South Bank is one of the most loved parts of the city of Brisbane. South Bank holds a very special place in our hearts. It's somewhere, no matter where you live in Brisbane, you will have been there for a family picnic, a swim with your children, perhaps a special anniversary dinner at one of the restaurants, or for one of the big events like Riverfire. There are very few people who don't love a trip to South Bank and the cultural centre here with the art gallery and the museum. What we've learned as South Bank has developed into a world-class precinct is a great deal about how to develop public space without an overall cost to the taxpayer and combine it with commercial and residential buildings that bring that space alive. Everything we've learnt about inner city development from South Bank, we now want to take to the next part of our river. We want to use the expertise from South Bank and create South Bank 2. With South Bank 2, Brisbane can become one of the world's most people-friendly places. What South Bank 2 will do is continue everything we love about South Bank onto that reach of the river beyond the art gallery, down to what is now an industrial area. As those industrial places move, we want the South Bank Corporation to develop that land for people, to develop part of it for profit with commercial and residential buildings and plough that profit back into green space and recreational places for people, the people who live in this city and the people who visit it from all over Queensland and Australia and the world. What we can expect to see in the new part of South Bank is water facilities, including an Olympic-sized swimming pool, a new cultural facility in addition to the art gallery here, a new cultural facility that could be a major Indigenous museum of art and culture, as well as thriving new cityscapes with streets being brought to life in this old industrial part of town, with restaurants, with commercial and residential places that will be for people, whether they're having a drink at a bar, a meal at a restaurant, or a swim in the pool with their kids. South Bank is set to almost double in size as it continues its reach around the river. We simply wouldn't have the South Bank of today if we hadn't master planned the site and used special planning powers to bring that site to life. We need to take all of that and create the next stage of the exciting development of our capital city. This can all be done on a cost-neutral basis, developing some parts of the site as commercial and residential buildings, using the profit from that to plough into green space, people space. This is a very exciting idea. When this city decided in the 1980s to take South Bank, to clear it of its old industrial and wharves, when this city decided in the 1980s to clear the South Bank site of wharves and old industrial sites, create Expo 88, and then beyond that create South Bank, it was a great vision and we are all the beneficiaries of it. Another great vision gets given birth to today with the idea of taking South Bank around the bend, through the industrial zone, moving those industrial sites systematically out over a 5 to 10 to 15 year period. South Bank has grown up over a period of time and so will South Bank too. As it comes to life, people will be able to see that this is going to be one of the most people-friendly places in the world. Another reason for people to visit Brisbane and another reason for people to live and enjoy this great city. I'll invite Steve to make some comments.
Well, I think it's clear that South Bank is the love of the people of Queensland and the envy of the people in Sydney and Melbourne. I don't know anybody who doesn't love South Bank, and it's apt on the 20th anniversary of the creation of South Bank 1 that we're going ahead now with South Bank 2. It's a very clear case of 1 and 1 equals 3 because Queenslanders love South Bank 1, and here we've got the chance to continue on that same people-friendly attitude and development strategy in a master planning way, taking lots of account of what people want, which has really been at the heart of the success of South Bank 1, to move down the river on the Milton Reach and deliver to Queensland people, this fast-growing state, a wonderful tourist and local place to come and celebrate. South Bank's moved past now. Mount Cootha and the Story Bridge is the most well-known places in Brisbane. It's the most recognisable and popular place in Brisbane. So we're really looking forward to this. We've been working behind the scenes on planning with various consultation that we've had privately, and we're ready to move to make 1 and 1 equal 3 at least.